Greetings, Galaxy fans. Mark Rogondino, Cobi Jones here with you for this week's View from the Booth. We take a look ahead at LA's next opponent, which will be the Chicago Fire. Before we look ahead, let's quickly review and go back. A disappointing 2-1 loss against the Philadelphia Union on a night when they controlled the pace of the game and probably should have come away with 3 points.
Exactly. Looking at that game against Philadelphia, the Galaxy should have had the 3 points. But it's like soccer is. You know, this is the game. You can dominate, and then boom, 1 second, you're down 1-0, and then that just throws your whole game plan out the window.
No question, soccer and justice don't always go hand in hand. So now the Galaxy will head to Chicago, to Toyota Park, to take on a very good Chicago Fire team that has started to work their way up the Eastern Conference table. And typically, when these two teams match up, it's actually a very good game.
Exactly. Chicago and the Los Angeles Galaxy have a history, you know, that goes way back to when the Chicago first came into the league in '98, I believe it was.
Yes, 1998.
Which I was a part of that, so I know how this history goes, you know, but it's always a battle. You know, it's two teams that have a reputation and history of playing, you know, a beautiful type of game of soccer. You know, so as these two teams match up with each other, it should be interesting to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, Galaxy fans will not want to remember a couple of years ago when LA needed a win on the last day of the season. They went to Toyota Park. John Thorrington and the Fire spoiled all of that, a 1-0 win. All right, but let's talk about this matchup between these two teams.
I wonder whose last game that was.
I know. Oh, did I hit a sore spot? I hit a sore spot. All right, let's talk about the Fire and their offense. They actually have a lot of very good attacking offensive weapons, but the guy who really pulls the string seems to be Marco Pappa.
Exactly. Pappa is a player that, you know, gets the ball, controls the game quite a bit, and he can. One thing that I like about him is his ability to release the ball quickly off his foot, as you can see there. But also, he likes to run with the ball, which is so important because then that draws players to him, and then it opens up everybody else on the team.
Very good with the ball on either foot, which also makes him very dangerous. You see 5 goals and 3 assists so far here in 2012, and certainly he's become a fan favorite out there in Chicago. But they also have some other good young attacking options. First, you would start with Patrick Nyako, but you also have to talk about the journeyman, the Birdman, Dominic Oduro.
Well, when you talk about Oduro, you're talking about speed. You know, what a talent he is with everything that he can do. You know, obviously he sacrifices himself getting into the box and being there when he needs to be, but he has speed. And as we mentioned as well, Nyarko, as we saw in that first goal there, he loves to have, you know, the ball at his feet where he can draw people to him as well, take people on, and then who does he look for? Oduro all the time in the box.
It doesn't matter what jersey Dominic Oduro is worn over his course of his career. He's always come to play when it comes against facing the Galaxy. So quickly, let's talk a couple of things. First, what is the Galaxy mindset heading there to Chicago? What kind of preparation do you expect from Bruce Arena and the team with just a couple of days to recover?
Well, this is going to be the interesting part. It's all about how you recover right now. He's telling his players, look, don't be silly, get home, get your rest, and we're going to have to fly to Chicago. That's going to take something out of you. But then with the talent that Chicago has up front, it's going to be a lot of pressure on that defensive line that's having a lot of troubles here at the Galaxy. And then especially if you're inserting Omar Gonzalez in there, you know, this is going to be a real test because there's going to be speed and a lot of quality attack for him to deal with. So you can expect a lot of twisting and turning and stretching him to the limit for his second time back this season.
Yeah, if you missed it, Omar Gonzalez played his first 45 minutes of 2012, coming back from the ACL surgery. He picked up the injury in early January, and his first appearance actually went pretty well. I think you would agree.
I would definitely agree because, like I said earlier, and I've said many times before, for a defender, if you're not mentioned, that's a good thing. Don't get mentioned, because usually when you're mentioned as a defender, it means you made some type of mistake.
All right, so it's going to be a Sunday afternoon affair out there in Chicago between the Fire and the Galaxy. Go to the Galaxy website, lagalaxy.com, for all of the viewing party information here in the Southern California area. I think there's a couple of them going on, and take your opportunity to get out there and support the LA Galaxy. For Cobi Jones, I'm Mark Rogondino. Take a look. That's this week's View from the Booth.